All right, hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Andrea Speaks TV. I'm your host, Andrea, and I'm back to bring you news and commentary you can use. Listen, I hope you've been well. I hope your family has been well, and I hope that you're taking care of yourself. Y'all, there's so much happening in the world. It may be a lot happening in your local community, your state, but listen, y'all, keep the faith. Know that everything will work out in your favor. Okay, listen, I want to come on and bring you an important food update. I meant to tell you all this a while ago, okay? But so much has been happening. You know, we've been talking about a lot of topics here on the channel as it relates to the economy, this upcoming presidential election. So I had to kind of go back and say, you know what, let me come on the platform and let the people know what's going on concerning this, y'all. Listen, okay? According to my sources, all right? Let me know if you've heard of this. And also let me know, not only if you've heard of it, let me know if you knew this was going on. And also let me know if you think this is the right thing to do. Okay, listen to this story, y'all. Make sure you sit down. Okay, make sure you're sitting down. According to my sources, okay, the head of the FTC, okay, that's the Federal Trade Commission, wants to investigate. Okay, he or she, okay, wants an investigation into grocery stores over inflated prices. Okay, yes, you heard me correct, y'all. Listen, I've been to different states, right? And I've documented here on the channel, and I told you all each of the states that I visited, okay? Whether it was, about 2 summers ago, I was in New York, New Jersey area, a few places in between, Washington, D.C., and all the states that you travel through to get to New York. I also, earlier this summer, okay, I was in Tennessee as well as Florida. And I made a point to go to grocery stores in those areas. And I say, you know what? Everywhere food prices are high, okay? So now, okay, allegedly, our Federal Trade Commission wants to investigate the grocery stores, okay, to see if they're inflating the prices. Listen to this, y'all, okay? The head of the Federal Trade Commission, according to my sources, wants to investigate whether grocery stores could do more to lower prices for we, the American people, as many shoppers continue to be shocked over their food bills. Okay, I just today, y'all, I went grocery shopping, and now I'm making a point to, use like coupons and savings and things like that even more. I look for deals, whether it's marked down. Sometime I'm gonna take a picture and show you all, but I was shocked. Okay, I was actually able to get some chicken thighs, a couple of packs of chicken thighs for 50% off. Okay, because the sell by date was coming up, and the particular store had marked them down. So I was glad to save on that, okay? Listen, this month, okay, actually this article came out in August, so I'll just say last month, FTC Lena Khan, okay, announced that she will seek the investigation during the first meeting of the Biden administration's multi-agency strike force on unfair and illegal pricing, okay? Khan said that while the pandemic temporarily jacked up labor costs and caused supply chains disruptions, we talked about that on the channel, those constraints, she said, have eased, but, and I quote, many items are still costly and many large grocery chains are still raking in enormous profits, okay? Some grocery stores have even closed during this time. I've documented here on the channel, and I may link it here at the end of this video, so make sure you watch this video in its entirety. I've shown you all that even since the pandemic, there have been grocery stores that have closed, okay? And even more talks of grocery stores closing. So I have some questions regarding that. She went on to say, and I quote, "We want to make sure that major businesses are not exploiting their power to inflate prices for American families at the grocery store," she's saying, okay? Now, grocery store inflation, my sources say, has slowed considerably since the peak of the pandemic. That is according to the Consumer Inflation Report that came out at the time of this article. So they referred to the report that came out in July, showing that prices rose just a little over 1% in the previous 12 months. That's down, sources say, from a 5% jump during the previous year and a double-digit hike the 12 months before that, okay? Still, sources say many are still feeling the pain at the checkout line, okay? A price is still high in your area. It is here in Georgia, y'all. Some report, okay, that they have a word, let me know if you've heard of this, and I quote, shrinkflation, paying the same prices for smaller portions of goods, okay? Haven't you all seen that, where it seemed like you're paying the same or even more for what seems like less. Okay. One resident, speaking of Tennessee, okay, one resident quoted to their local news saying that, and I quote, "You can't afford it. You either pay your bills or eat." Okay, so that is, that may be the reality, or that is a reality for many Americans. Okay, and that just don't seem right, y'all. Okay, seem like my nose itching. What does it mean when your nose is itching? Does that mean what, somebody talking about you, or you gonna get some money? Y'all know how they have those things, right? Okay, listen. Now what they're saying, okay, is that the Democratic nominee and Vice President Kamala Harris, okay, has campaigned on promises to stop price gouging, okay, while it's being said that Republican nominee President Donald Trump has vowed to end the Joe Biden, and I quote, "inflation nightmare." Okay, Senators Bob Casey and Elizabeth Warren, meanwhile, sent a letter to Kroger this week inquiring about the store's plan to roll out electronic shelf labels. Okay, I got to do a video on that, y'all. Okay, questioning whether they would be used to jack up prices for in-demand items. Okay, so if you're not aware, some of the grocery stores are said, like Kroger, are said to bring out the digital labels rather than the paper labels. I mean, I suspect they're going to, it's going to make it easier for them to change the price of food. Okay, listen, let me know your thoughts on this. Okay, are these the right steps? Is it right to blame the grocery stores? Should, you would kind of think, okay, well, maybe they do play a part in it, but then what is it? So if that's the case, right, what is making it harder, or what is making the grocery stores have to jack up their prices? Who are the other players involved? Should they be held totally accountable? I do think they have some accountability, but there has to be something else going on between what the farmers or the places that they're getting the food from and the actual grocery store, right? There has to be who all is involved in that process, right? Before the food items get to us, the consumers, the end users. So let me know your thoughts. But this is what's happening, y'all. The fingers are constantly being pointed. The blame game continues. At the end of the day, who suffers, so to speak, or who really pays the price is the American people. Okay, let me know your thoughts, y'all. Thank you so much for supporting me here on the channel. I'll be back this week with more news and commentary you can use. Make sure you check out my older videos as well. Very, 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 very relevant today. Make sure you invite someone to subscribe to the channel. Okay, thank you for supporting.